Hey guys, and welcome back to Mad About Skin. In today's video, I am super excited because we're doing something I haven't done for a whole long time here on the channel, and that's a full skincare brand review. I used to do these full brand reviews all the time, but for some reason around 2 years ago, I stopped. And I thought, you know what, now is the time to bring it back. With so much going on in the skincare world, brands really fighting for our attention, I think it's worth doing these weekly deep dives into a specific skincare brand so we can talk about the good, the bad, the holy grail products, the fails, and everything in between. Today we're starting out strong with Medik8, a brand that's been around for the past decade, and thanks to some of their newer launches, seems to be getting a lot of attention online. But is any of that attention actually worth it? We're going to find out today. Sit back, relax, let's talk all things Medik8. Now, in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you my thoughts, feelings, and opinions. But just know, as always here on Mad About Skin, this isn't sponsored and it's not in paid partnership with the brand and never will be. I pride myself on turning down that coin to retain my independence. So if you want to support me as a sponsorship-free content creator, the very best way of doing so is by reaching down and giving the video a big thumbs up and a like. This is really important because the more likes a video gets, the more widely YouTube will distribute it on its platform. So it just really helps, and as many people as possible discover our wonderful Mad About Skin family, and for that I'm so grateful. I'd also love to know, since we're making this a series, it's going to be one full skincare brand review every single week, so we have a lot of opportunity to cover some of the big name brands. What one do you want to see next? Sound off in the comments section below and let me know the next brand you want to see me feature. I'll take a look, and obviously the most popular recommendation will be the one that comes next, and then so on and so forth. Take part in the comments by dropping the brand that you'd most like to see feature. Now, without further ado, let's cut that waffle and delve straight on in. So Medik8, well, they're a fantastic British brand, which is always a tick in the box for me because I'm always happy to support the good guys in the British skincare industry. But whilst they're a British-based brand, they do ship internationally, and I had a little play around with their website before I started filming this to look at the websites in different countries. All really easy to navigate, and they have really low free shipping rates for every country, which is amazing because there's nothing worse than you pulling your basket together, then you get to checkout and you're being stung on the shipping. Not with Medik8, their shipping rate is actually really reasonable, and they have quite a low free shipping threshold, which I think is about £25 in the UK and whatever the equivalent of that is internationally. So that for me is a big tick in the box to start with. What I think I'm most impressed with though about Medik8 is they don't seem to have put their prices up in the past 3 years. Now, inflation has taken its toll on all of us in the last 3 years, and brands have really taken advantage of that, and you've seen prices creep up and up. Some brands have done this to the extreme, such as Paula's Choice, where their products are literally like 2 or 3 times the price they were 3 years ago. Others have done so to a lesser degree, but I actually look at Medik8 and their prices have hardly shifted in 3 years. So I'd say what used to be a more higher price point brand, say 5 years ago, is now actually seeming a lot more reasonably priced, and actually in a lot of cases lower than price than their equivalent competitor, which stood out for me, and I'm a huge fan of that because I hate price gouging, so it's great to see that Medik8 haven't taken part in that. And I love the fact that, you know, I'm cheap. I like to see really well-priced formulations, and I think Medik8 are really delivering that. They're entirely cruelty-free, which is something that's super important to me because I will never shop a brand or support them if they still engage in animal testing. It's 2025, people. We don't need that, so it's nice to see a really cruelty-free yet well-formulated skincare brand on the market. And they're unproblematic. Now I say that this should just be a given for all skincare brands, but you're probably seeing an awful lot in the news at the moment around e.l.f. coming under fire for some of the people that they've decided to use as spokespeople for their brand, which is not great. James Welsh covered that, which I'll leave a link to that video down in the description if you want to check it out. We've just seen the ultraviolet sunscreen scandal where the brand said absolutely nothing to see here when independent tests showed that their sunscreens were performing way below what they stated. They said nothing to see here, discredited the independent tests, and have now had to do a reversal, pull their product, but still haven't really apologized. Things like that is why I think we all have trust issues in skincare. Well, Medik8 are an unproblematic skincare brand that seems to be just staying in their lane, doing their thing and doing it really well. And that I applaud. That, I would say, is a brief overview of Medik8, and then we're going to come into now on the products that I think worked best for me. They're little holy grails, and you'll be so glad to know that actually often they're most affordable. Their cheapest products are, in my view, the best. Now, I actually reached out to Medik8, telling them that I was going to launch this video, doing a full brand review. Could I ask for a cheeky discount code? My view in life is if you don't ask, you don't get. Medik8 never do discount codes. I don't think I've known them do a discount code the whole time I've been shopping with them. But I thought I might as well ask, and they have said yes, 48 hours only. So from the date today, the launch of this video, across the weekend, for those 48 hours, they have given me a discount code which gets 20% off everything. I've listed that down in the description box below. I've already stocked up using that because I think why not, to get my favorites. But they have, yeah, 20% off everything. So again, just bringing that price point down further. So let's talk about what I think are my favorite products, those standouts. Well, my actual favorite, if I had to choose one, would be their Daily Refresh Balancing Toner. Now, this actually comes in at £20 full price. If you use the discount code, it's £16. For 150ml of toner, that's a really good price. And the formulation on this, perfection. I actually featured this in my favorite drugstore skincare video. I'll dig that out and I'll leave a link to that up there. Check that one out if you haven't seen it already. I know a lot of people will be surprised to see Medik8 in a drugstore skincare video, but actually when you think £16 for a really comprehensive, well-formulated toner, I think that's an absolute bargain. And this is beautiful. So you've got witch hazel, which is going to help mop up excess oil. For someone like me that is super oily and acne prone, that's an amazing ingredient. You've got allantoin, which is going to calm and soothe. You've also got some prebiotics in here which are going to help with the microbiome of the skin, support skin barrier health, and cap all of that off with the nicest blend of hydrators. Also smells divine. If you're someone that likes a little sensorial, a little pick-me-up on a morning, a spritz of this, and you are good. You are good to go. You can keep it in the fridge if you want the ultimate cooling in those warmer summer months. In the winter, obviously keep it out because you don't need any more cooling going on. And it's just a really flexible product that, for me, it's one of their cheapest products, but I think, honestly, it's their best. No one ever talks about it, and I don't know why, because it truly is something special, and I would recommend it to everyone. If you want to dip your toe into Medik8, you know, just try something that's not too expensive. I would say this is the one that I would definitely try. I'd also love, and again, one of their more affordable products, I absolutely love their Surface Radiance Cleanser. I've spoken about this many times on the channel. It was one of the first products I tried from them 5 years ago. I think I got it in a beauty bundle. I think I got it in like either a beauty advent calendar, beauty box, something like that. Somehow I managed to get my hands on the Surface Radiance Cleanser by Medik8, and that kind of kick-started my love affair with the brand. This is great. This is an exfoliating cleanser that you want to use 2, maybe 3 times a week. Don't overdo it with it because you don't want to exfoliate every single day. But this is so good. My top tip with it though is apply it to the skin like you would a normal cleanser, which is what it is, but then leave it for like 2 minutes. Leave it for 2 minutes, brush your teeth in between, and then when you rinse it off, just that 2-minute contact just allows those exfoliators to get to work and actually deliver a smoothness to the skin. I find it works best if you leave it on for that 2 minutes to get that contact time. Brush your teeth in between and you are good to go. Great blend of exfoliators that doesn't strip, it doesn't dry, it doesn't irritate, it just leaves you with that beautifully smooth skin, helps eradicate blackheads and blemishes. It's just really good. And I use this in the shower as well. I get KP, the old chicken skin on the tops of the arms. I use this as my body wash in the shower on those areas. Smoothness overload. I've been so much more body confident this summer than any other summer, and hands down, it's this product. It's fantastic. Again, I think full price is something like £25. Get the 20% discount code, it's like £20. And because you're only using it 2 or 3 times a week, one will last you 6 months. It's amazing, and it's the product that really got me into Medik8. Now, those 2 products are what I call like my core must-haves. Those are the Medik8 products that never leave my side that I absolutely love. And as I said, they're fortunately that they are actually the cheapest that the brand has to offer, which means we can experience Medik8 without breaking the bank. But they also have some other amazing products, and I'd say their newer launches are probably some of my absolute favorites. I don't know what they've done behind the scenes, but they might have like a new formulation team or something. But every single one of their their new launches has been like ding, 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 10 out of 10. Let's start with this. This is the Medik8 c-tetra Advanced. Now, they have probably 5 or 6 different vitamin C's in their collection, and because they class like vitamin C as one of their core 3, I guess that's to be expected. They've invested in different technologies, different formulas. There's lots of different versions, but I would say of all the Medik8 vitamin C's, this is my favourite. So it actually uses one of the highest potency vitamin C derivatives on the market. So you're really getting that gentle yet super effective dose of vitamin C. And vitamin C derivatives, like I say, are much better for people with sensitivity prone skin. You don't get any prickling or any sensitivity from this, but it gives you the nicest glow up. You use this a couple of times. I mean, it's a daily treatment, but say you use this for a week. By the end of that 7 days, you'll be glowing to the gods. And honestly, this has given me a better glow than any other vitamin C I've tried. I absolutely love it. It's got other antioxidants in here. And because it's got exosomes in, I think that's how they get that vitamin C derivative to work so hard. They use those exosomes to really push the product into the skin, deliver it to where it needs to be in order to get that maximum results. This is something genuinely really special. They only launched it about 6 months ago, and I don't think I've skipped a single day since. Also, if you're somebody that hates the hot dog smell that usually comes with vitamin C, most vitamin C's absolutely stink. If you hate that and you're very sensitive to that, get this, because it just has the nicest scent to it ever. Not hot dog watery at all. No. This has like it's almost like a botanical scent to it. It just smells so, so nice. So for people that are put by the scent of traditional vitamin C's, give this a go. You will get the best glow of your life. It doesn't stink and it doesn't prickle or sting either. Absolute perfection. I think Medik8 became super popular because of this range. This is their Crystal Retinal collection. Their retinoids, their vitamin A's, phenomenal. I love them all. However, I actually think the unsung hero of their retinoid range is this. This is the Medik8 Crystal Retinal Ceramide Eye. They do 3 different strengths. I personally just use the lowest strength because I find this still gives me great under eye anti-aging without stripping and drying. If you're somebody that's used a retinoid under the eye and it seems impossible to put any makeup under it because it's just like dry and crusty and sore, try this. It doesn't sensitize. It is probably the best under eye formulation I have ever found for a retinoid. It nourishes, it hydrates, it doesn't sensitize, and you still get that anti-aging. They have 3 different strengths. Obviously start with the lowest strength and work your way up. For me, I actually stuck with the lowest strength. I think that just works best for my delicate under eye, which is quite dry to start with. That works best for me. But there's 3 different strengths. You go with the one that works best for you. But yeah, so good. And a little goes a long way because it has this really nice pinpoint applicator. So you're not wasting a load of product. Just put a couple of drops, like dabs under each eye, work it in, and it'll be snatched and lifted without all that like dryness and crepiness that sometimes, well, most of the time we'll get if we use the wrong retinoid under the eye. Now, a couple more of like, I think, true holy grails that I want to call out. Let's talk about the liquid peptides advanced. So they had their original liquid peptides, which they still sell. Great product, 30% blend of different peptides. But they launched their advanced version recently, which actually I love so much. I did cover in a separate video, which I'll dig out and I'll link up there. This takes that same formulation in the liquid peptides and adds growth factors in. Now, the reason I think this is so phenomenal is the technology they use in here is like up here, next level, but the price isn't. So the price of this, if you use the discount code, is £63. Now that's not dirt cheap. That's not drugstore cheap. But I would say this works in a very similar way to the Allies of Skin growth factor serum, which is £175. So if you think you're getting very similar formulation, technology and everything, but for 1/3 the price, this is where I really think it's an investment that's worth making. It's not going to be for everyone's price point, and that's absolutely fine. There are some super affordable growth factors on the market now. But if you want growth factors with some added delivery technology, with some next level results, I think this is where it's at, and the price point doesn't get better. That price point is divine when you compare it to its peers with similar formulations that cost, like I say, 3 times as much. It's one of my favorites. I find myself reaching for it more and more often because I like the texture, which just goes beautifully on the skin. And like I say, the price point, you can't complain. Now, last but by no means least, I want to talk about a product called the oxy-r peptides. Now, this is a product I hear nobody speak about. Somehow it's just gone totally under the radar, nobody talks about it, but I think it's a true holy grail for certain people. So what this does is it uses oxy-resveratrol, which is like a patented antioxidant known for being able to really brighten and lift the tonality of the skin, but it also is fantastic at fading hyperpigmentation, particularly stubborn hyperpigmentation. Now, my hyperpigmentation responds quite well to most things out there, so I'm not the best candidate to use this. So I actually gave it to my mum, who has much more stubborn hyperpigmentation and melasma, and said, give it a go, try it, report back. She used one whole unit. You get two bottles in each thing to keep it fresh. She used both of them, and she said actually she's already repurchased and she absolutely loves it because it's helped lift the hyperpigmentation and the melasma in a way that a lot of things haven't. Now, melasma is particularly tricky to treat. You can reach for prescription things like hydroquinone, but they come with a lot of side effects and you have to get the prescription. I would say this is like the next best thing when it comes to fading stubborn hyperpigmentation, lifting the skin, and just giving a really nice overall boost to radiance. It's also not super expensive. I actually jotted down the price here so we could see. The price, again, with the discount code is £52, and you get the 2 bottles because the way that it works is you have to click it down to release and to kind of mix all the core ingredients to keep it super fresh. This needs to be fresh. You open them one at a time and basically you get maximum freshness and maximum potency when you use it. It's that sort of technology and thought behind packaging which I really appreciate from Medik8. And whilst I don't think this is an essential for people that have responsive hyperpigmentation like me, if you're somebody that has struggled with your hyperpigmentation, nothing is working, you're really struggling to get on top of it, give these like oxy-r peptides a go. I think you'll be so impressed, and they work really, really quick. Medik8 have actually invested in a lot of studies around this which show just how effective it is. So I like that, a brand that'll put their money where their mouth is to prove how effective something is. Yeah, definitely a win for me. So those are my like holy grails when it comes to Medik8. I wouldn't say any particular Medik8 product was a total fail for me, but there are some products that I think maybe are less appealing. They have a wide range of moisturizers which are good, but I don't think they offer anything more than what I can get at the drugstore from my favorite affordable brands such as Geek and Gorgeous. I love those. I use them day in, day out. None of their moisturizers that I've tried have been so amazing that I've swapped out from my existing favorites. That's just my personal take. You might disagree, but for me, I personally shop my moisturizers elsewhere. They also have a range of sun protection sunscreens, which I actually think are amazing formulations, but the price point is a little bit up there. I'm someone that likes to go super cheap with my sunscreen because I want to apply it liberally. I want to use it, I always want to have it on hand. I tend to keep the price point of my sunscreens as low as possible, and I've got some really great affordable options that I go to time and time again. The Medik8 sunscreens are amazing. If you want to try them, you will not be disappointed. The finish feels great on the skin. They give that trusted and tested protection, so you know what you're getting. But personally, I like to go for more affordable options. That's just my personal preference. Just putting it out there, there's nothing wrong with them, but cheap and cheerful when it comes to sunscreens, in my book at least. So there you have the resurrection of the full skincare brand review. So what do you guys think of Medik8? If you've made it this far, vote in our poll. If you're a huge fan of Medik8, you've tried their products, or you're excited to try them, leave the heart emoji down in the comments. If you're somebody that has tried them and maybe their products haven't worked well for you, leave the cross emoji and state why. That way, we can see what the true opinion of the Mad About Skin community is. I'm just so grateful to each and every one of you for being with me on this skincare journey for the past 5 years. That we can laugh at my earlier Medik8 review from 5 years ago. We can laugh at that together and see how far we've come as a channel. I wouldn't be here without the love, the kindness and support that you guys show me. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much. Now, before I get teary, wherever you are in the world, guys, stay safe, stay well, and love your skin. Take care. Bye.